So it's time to play What Would Warren Buffett Do? And what we have here is some scenarios. If you can imagine us standing up at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting and saying, Mr. Buffett, here's a situation. How would you act? And then we get his answer. But we don't have Warren Buffett here. Instead, we have Brendan and Micah, which is totally cool. That's fine.
Just as good, right?
Just as good.
The non-union equivalent.
All right.
Who's more the Buffett and who's more the Munger between you?
I guess I'm older, so I'm the Munger.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're a little more curmudgeonly.
I am.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Charlie Munger is a famed curmudgeon.
But they're both very witty, smart guys. So, you know.
We're talking about
wins.
We're talking about you two, by the way.
Oh,
Damn, Daniel.
thank you.
This is what happens when you come on our show. You get tons of praise because we want you to come back. I don't know. Maybe we don't want you to come back. Let's see how this goes. First scenario. Carol Loomis, a veteran Fortune magazine business journalist who also edits Buffett's famed annual letter to shareholders, and Becky Quick, his favorite CNBC anchor, end up embroiled in a vicious hip-hop style feud and insist that Warren pick a side. Who does he back? And by the way, bro, feel free to jump in and provide context whenever you think there's more context needed. Carol or Becky Quick? Who does he pick?
Carol or Becky? So I'm going for two reasons. I'm going with Carol Loomis. So number one, she edits his annual letter, which is read by thousands and thousands of people. And so I think if he lost that, maybe there's a new voice coming through the annual letter. Maybe they don't read as well.
Good point.
But the second reason is Buffett has said publicly that she's just been a fantastic business journalist her entire career. And she wrote a book, or I guess put together a book that I've read that I'm sure some of us have read called Tap Dancing to Work, which is a collection of Fortune articles that were written since, I think, 1967. And it's a fantastic read, especially if you don't know a whole lot about Warren Buffett. But then also she mixes in some great pieces that Buffett himself wrote, which are very educational. And so I think those two reasons, plus Buffett still talks to her and is friendly with her post writing this book, which there's actually, I think, with Alice Schroeder, who wrote the Snowball, which I think he had some disagreements with. I don't think they're as friendly as they were before. So I consider that a win and a point for Carol.
So I'll also say Carol Loomis. I think what he views these annual letters, of which she's the editor, as his legacy, and he puts some time into each of those letters to teach a lesson, in addition to actually updating people on the Berkshire business. And I think her partnership with him in essentially cementing his legacy with these letters is extremely important.
I think some people have always hoped Buffett would write a book similar to his mentor, Ben Graham. But I think if you pull together everything that he's written from the partnership to Berkshire, he's probably brought forth more than his mentor before him has, which is very impressive. And Carol Loomis has had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, no disrespect to Becky Quick, but Carol Loomis is solid. I mean, she retired 2 years ago at age 85. She started at Fortune back in 1954, was a part of the Fortune 500. She first mentioned Buffett in an article in 1966 in which she coined the term hedge fund. She demurs a little bit about that. I listened to an interview with her from a year ago. She's like, I'm not sure it was me. It could have been me. I don't know. But
Did she misspell his name in that?
Yes, yeah, and she just mentions the Buffett
Yeah.
partnership, and it's, one T. But then her husband met Warren Buffett, and then they got together. Enjoyed each other's company. She bought stock in Berkshire Hathaway, and her lowest cost basis is $173 a share. Now it's $216,000 a share.
That's a pretty good return.
Wow.
Yes. And she hasn't sold any of it.
Wow.
Yeah.